Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It is 2026. This is the first video of the year, and I hope you had an amazing Christmas and a new year. And here we are. We're in January, the time of year when a lot of you are excited and feel like it's the perfect time to set your intentions for the year and go after it, and achieve all that you've ever wanted to physically and mentally, and make this your year of health. And in this video, I want to run you through the only three things that you need to focus on right now if you want to make 2026 the year of permanent change. Now, the marketing right now in the fitness industry is very loud. It's January, every man and his dog, every coach, every PT is telling you the same generic rubbish to do. And I mean, even the other day I was in my local community group where I live, and there was just so many posts of guys and girls with their tops off and, message me for coaching, diet plans and tailored workouts, and it's all just generic absolute garbage. And there's a reason why so many over 30s year on year are just stuck. You jump from trend to trend, you try different workouts, go to group classes, you try different meal plans, you jump on whatever your friend's doing, and when you look at it year to year, you fail to ever make any progress that's worthwhile, any progress that is meaningful to you, and you never feel like you can fully grasp your health and fitness. It's always something that's on your mind, but you're busy with life and work, and it just gets pushed down the pecking order. So I wanted to give to you the three things that you actually need, okay, to make this year your year of permanent change. And, I want to talk to you about the Lean and Fulfilled method, what I help my clients build into their life. And we look at the 3 R's, okay? And this is going to come back to the systems that we're going to use to actually help you implement this in your life. So the first thing is recode. Okay, you need to recode your mind. That is the absolute priority. Okay, you need to change and evolve your identity so that you can become the person that can. Because for so many years, you've battled with yourself, you've been on and off the bandwagon, you've made progress, then you've lost it, and you've never fully built it and solidified it into your life. And that's because you failed to change your identity. So that's the first thing that you need to do. And when you've spent so many years trying and failing and being on the bandwagon and off the bandwagon and kind of stuck in, that vicious yo-yo cycle, it's absolutely, imperative that we change that mindset so that you can break free of that and actually achieve the result that you want and build it into your life. So, the evidence that you have created for yourself because of all your failed attempts and the friction that comes with your health and fitness journey, is the reason that we've ever struggled to kind of, you feel like you can't, okay? You don't fundamentally believe in yourself. And this is why you fail to make the progress, because if you don't believe in yourself, when the going gets tough, when life gets in the way, you'll just throw the towel in, okay? You'll just jump on to the next thing. You'll just go, it doesn't matter, I'll prioritize something else in life, okay? It'll never be at the forefront of your mind for long enough to see the results that you want. So you have to recode your mind. That is the first R in our Lean and Fulfilled method. The second thing that we need to do is rebuild, okay? Rebuild your habits, okay? And I'm going to talk about why that is important. Like, habits are the foundation that your success is built upon. And then we look at the third R, which is super important, which is reignite, okay? Reignite your energy and confidence. And this comes from setting an audacious goal. And again, I'll talk about that and why that is so important. And then within that comes nutrition and training, because you've got to look at the hierarchy of importance. If this is the year that you finally learn how to achieve and sustain your dream body and healthy lifestyle, okay, the body that you've always wanted, that doesn't mean a six-pack, just your most comfortable shape, feeling like you're fit, you're healthy, you look exactly how you want to, and you show up in your life as that best version of yourself, then these are the things that we need to absolutely nail. These are the absolutely only three things that you need. And so many adults, look at training, nutrition, they're the main things that come to mind, movement, steps. It's all just surface level stuff. Like, these things are at the bottom of the hierarchy of importance. You have to get the top things right, and then the rest of that funnel flows. So the first thing is recode your mind, okay? You have to evolve your identity, because if your identity doesn't change, then you won't. This is why so many people that start their fitness journey in January, for the first 4 weeks, they're so obsessed on, losing weight, on result focused, so that they go all in, they commit, but it's that all or nothing mindset. And then after 4 weeks, they've made a bit of progress, but they haven't actually committed to the process of building habits and mindset shifts long term. They've just been in it for a quick bit of weight loss, a quick bit of results. And then it's like, You know, they just filter out and they go back to square one. You know, and it's the same case of like when we look at, you know, there's so many examples of people that have like won the lottery and then within a year or two they're bankrupt, and it's because they don't have the identity of someone that knows how to handle money. Okay, so it's the same for health and fitness. We have to go through that process. You have to build your self-belief, because for years you've been on off the bandwagon. If you don't fundamentally believe in yourself, you can try anything in the world, you will never stick to it long enough, because when it gets hard, you will remind yourself that you don't believe in yourself. Okay, you'll place your self-worth on it and you'll give up. So you have to build that self-belief. You have to learn how to normalize bad days. As a busy adult with a house to run, maybe even a family like me, you know, a household, a job to upkeep, life responsibilities, you know, all of these things throw curveballs more so than not into your journey. So you have to learn how to normalize bad days, how to bounce back. You have to learn how to overcome self-sabotage. Okay, how to actually change that mindset so that we can be consistent and commit long enough to see the progress that you want. Because, you know, you can't change your life in 6 weeks, but in 6 months you can. And if you do the work now to change your mindset and start to believe in yourself more, you know, learn how to have a growth mindset, not a fixed one, how to overcome self-sabotage, normalize bad days, that is the absolute most important thing. Everything flows from that. And if we get that right, then when we start to implement training, nutrition, and look out building out habits for you into your life, it sticks and you buy into it so much more. So that is the first thing, okay? We need to recode your mind. And inside the Lean and Fulfilled lifestyle, as part of the Lean and Fulfilled method, we have unique mindset trainings covering how to overcome self-sabotage, how to normalize, you know, bad days, how to build self-belief, how to evolve your identity. We cover literally everything. I'm actually building out a free course as well, my weight loss sustainer course, that's going to give you a glimpse of all of the things, you know, that we do, and help you to build some part of the Lean and Fulfilled method into your life. So it is coming. Give me a couple of weeks and I will get it out there. I have version 1 of this that I did last year that is in the description box below if you do want access. But when it's ready, if you're interested, just like let me know now, send me a message saying, yeah, heard about your course, want to join it. It's a completely free course. It's better than most coaches paid stuff. And I'll put you on the list and then I can send it to you when it's ready. But moving on to part 2, okay, is rebuild. You have to rebuild and find a way to automate good habits into your life. Because if we focus on like, this is where we are now, this is where we want to get to, there's a process that needs to happen. Okay, there's daily habits that you need to implement and action that are going to help you move towards where you want to be. You know, we can't just follow a random training program and hit a calorie goal and expect to lose 15 kilos, be in the best shape of your life and the fittest you've ever been. You know, there's a process. We need to look at stacking habits, okay, building evidence and, you know, helping you to value these things and actually implement them into your life, because everybody's life's different. You've all got different things going on, different constraints, time, you know, whatever it may be. So one of the things that we use inside the Lean and Fulfilled lifestyle is our habit stacking system. And this is where we look at building one new habit every single week for the first 8 weeks of your journey. So we build one habit, we build a second habit, we build a third habit, and we do that for 8 weeks. And them 8 habits are all tailored for you to progress as fast as possible, as easy as you can. Okay, so you can really see that quick progress that helps you to believe in yourself and actually then buy into the process long term so you achieve the result that you want. Okay, because actually after 8 weeks, you're not thinking, what now? It's like, no, I actually believe in myself. I can do this. And that only helps to cultivate that mindset. And you've got to think of it like this, like your habits are the foundation that your result is built upon. Okay, you look at skyscrapers, mansions, houses, you know, they wouldn't stand without good quality foundations. So if you're not willing to build the right habits into your life, then for me, you're not willing to change. You're not willing to, you know, become the person that you've always wanted. You're just trying to bypass the process. You're looking for a quick result, a quick fix, which is why you've never got to where you want to be. Okay, so we have to rebuild. We have to look at building solid habits into your life that align with the person that you want to become. That is the absolute essential thing. Then we look at reignite. How can we rebuild that energy, that confidence, that excitement for health and fitness? Because you've tried and failed for years. You know, so when you get started after a few weeks, it's like, oh, I don't know what to do, and this is hard, this is boring, and you just lose interest. And this is where our audacious goal setting framework comes in. You know, and actually having a goal that you can work towards, that we can actually measure your progress against. Because, intentions mean nothing without a plan. We have to have a plan. But you saying my goal, oh, this year I want to lose 10 kilos, it's like, that's not going to get you out of bed in the morning. It's not, it carries not enough meaning, not enough value for you to prioritize it in your life, because life is busier, more stressful than ever before. There's so many things that demand and, your energy and take up your time. So unless we create a goal, make it audacious, make it out your comfort zone, that actually forces you to commit and not get complacent after 4 weeks of doing a bit of weight loss and, yeah, I feel better now, and then you just go back to square one and fall off the bandwagon. Actually having something long term that you can get your teeth stuck into, that you can build out a personalized roadmap of, right, you're here now, this is the goal where we're going to get to, and this is the steps that we're going to take. That's how you truly make permanent change and see drastic progress, that you've never been able to make before. But within that, like setting an audacious goal and having that locked in place, this is where then training and nutrition comes in, because when you have that goal, you know what it is that you're working towards, then it's like, right, how do I get there? What are the things that I need to do on a daily basis to move the needle towards that? And that's when we look at, right, well, this training program, these exercises, this nutrition plan, this approach, and then that becomes part of that. So can you see how in this video, like the 3 things that you need to make permanent change, it's mindset, it's habits, and it's an audacious goal within that nutrition and training, because they're nowhere near as important as changing this and actually changing the way that you behave on a daily basis. If you get them 2 right, then as we get into that audacious goal setting, the nutrition, the training, it all links together. So hopefully you enjoyed this video. Like I said, bit of a different one, but the noise is very loud in the industry right now. It always is at the start of the year, with just generic rubbish 8-week challenges, these boutique gyms offering these cool sculpt burn classes, and it's all just a load of rubbish. And it's why so many over 30s commit to things, feel okay, but they've got nothing to show for it. They've got they've not achieved anything worthwhile, and they've not actually seen the results that they wanted for the time and effort and the money they've put in, okay? So that's why, if we look at shifting our focus, and the only 3 things that you need is to change your mindset, change your habits, and reignite your energy and confidence. And with them 3 things, identity, habits, and also an audacious goal, everything will make sense. And I'm going to share more on this across the coming weeks, and I'm actually going to cover this in that free course. So give me 2 weeks, it'll be ready. But if you do want access to the old course, go in the description, you'll find a link to join. And yeah, if you are interested in joining the new one, just drop me a message, saying, Ben, I want access to your new free course, and as soon as it's ready, I'll add you to the list, and you're good to go. But yeah, hopefully that was useful. Happy New Year. If you need anything, let me know. And yeah, let's make 2026 your year of permanent change.